guys, welcome back to another Yoga Flow with me, Kat Meffan. For those of you that are new here, welcome to our 20-minute power flow. So I'm actually recording this after I just did the flow and yep, that's sweat. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. This is not a beginner's practice, so if you are a beginner, I have linked below to another alternative flow that you can do. Those of you that are a bit more intermediate, maybe advanced and want to give this a go, by all means, let's flow along together. It's going to be quite wrist intensive, so if you are renowned, if you know that you have kind of icky wrists sometimes, make sure you do some warming up, some therapy before you get into this flow. And of course, you can always come down to a forearm plank, to a forearm dog, which is AKA dolphin, just adding in those modifications as we go. You guys know child's pose is always an option. Try and stay along, see how you get on, and leave me a comment at the end and just let me know what you thought of this flow. Let's do this. Starting down in a kneeling position on the mat, just grow tall through the spine. Inhale, sweep the arms high up into the sky, and exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, sweep the arms high up to the sky. And exhale down again, heart center, holding here. Inhale, open the hands out to cactus, and then exhale back together. Inhaling, open out, lift the heart. Exhale together. Inhale, open, lift the heart. Exhale, center, hands to heart. Then we inhale, sweep those arms all the way up and round, creating big circles with the arms, working through the mobility of the shoulders. Keep it controlled, and then slowly starting to make those circles a little bit smaller. So working through the strength of the arms as well, and then those circles going backwards get really small. Keep them going. And then we make them a little bit bigger. Make them even bigger still. Getting to the biggest circles, and now let's go forwards. So forward circles at their biggest rotation. Start to make them a little bit smaller. And then they come to their smallest. So small circles going forwards with the arms. Keep the arms high. And then we make them a little bit bigger. And we get them to their biggest. And slowly release the arms. Take the left arm across the front of the body, holding the arm in with the right hand. And then with each breath, just feel that stretch down the outside of the top of the arm get a little bit deeper. Inhaling and exhaling, engaging your Ujjayi breath. Let's take the right arm across now, holding it in with the left hand. Again, using the breath to create the stretch, to create the space in the body. And release. Coming over onto all fours now. Let's tuck under the toes and then take the bottom high up to our first downward facing dog. Just breathing here for a moment, maybe a quick pedal through the feet, a quick shake or nod of the head. Grounding down into our foundations. Spread through the fingers. And on an inhale, we wave the body forwards to a high plank. Breathing here, hold this high plank super strong. And then we'll exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. Walking the hands now slightly closer, and see if you can push through the arms to jump the hands back to ragdoll, where we'll just hang at the back of the mat. Maybe swaying gently side to side before slowly, super slowly peeling the body all the way up to standing. Arms come all the way up to the ears. And then we interlace the hands, push them to the ceiling, come up onto the tips of the toes. And staying really strong in the legs now. Squeezing the glutes, lifting through the tummy. And then see if you can take a bend in the knees. So the arms come out in front of you, staying up on the toes though. Taking the bottom as low as you can get it before we lift all the way back up, straightening the legs. See if you can keep the balance. When you're ready, exhaling back down, bend the knees. Taking the arms out in front. And then last time, we just release the hands, come to standing. Let's walk towards the top of the mat. On an inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, create space. And then exhale, jump the feet back, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, nice. Breathing here. Sweeping the right leg all the way up to the sky, and then we exhale, bring the right knee to the right shoulder. Inhale, take it back to the three-leg dog. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Inhale, take it to three-leg dog. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Inhale, take it up, and then release that leg. Then the left side. If you can't get the knee all the way as high to the shoulder, you could take it to the elbow and release. 2 more times. Inhaling, left knee to the shoulder or the elbow. Take it back up. Last time, inhaling, coming forward, shoulder or elbow. And release to your three-leg dog. Release the leg down. And then when you're ready from here, either step or jump the feet all the way to the hands. Lift the chest, create some space. Exhale, folding down over both legs. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way high up to the sky. And then exhale the hands down through heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, create space. Exhale, step or jump the feet back, lowering down through chaturanga or down to the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Coming back to our downward facing dog to planks. So on an inhale, we're sweeping that right leg all the way up. We're then going to bring it into the right elbow, across to the left, back to the right, and back to three-leg dog. Go one more time. Knee to the right elbow, across to the left, back to the right, and then back up. Release. Left side. Left knee comes to left elbow, across to the right, back to the left, and then back to three-leg dog. Last time, inhale, come forward, left, then to the right, back to the left, and back up. Nice. Awesome. If you're staying along with me, I know that we're going quite quick. On an inhale, we'll jump or walk the feet to the hands, lift the chest, create space. Exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, we'll sweep the arms all the way up and exhale the hands down through heart center. Nice. Bringing the hands to heart center now, we'll come down and find Utkatasana with the hands in prayer. So we've got a nice hinge at the hips, lifting through the chest. And then we're going to take the left elbow over to the right knee. We're going to use this pressure of the hands at heart center to lift through the chest. Really important to keep the knees glued together in this. And then if you can, you're going to step the left foot all the way back to a lunge. So we're in our revolved side angle. If you bind here, by all means, take the bind. Inhaling and exhaling. So now releasing the bind and or the twist. Reach the arms all the way up, coming into a high lunge. Option of taking the front heel off of the mat, so we're on the toes of the front foot. Hold here. Then let's place the hands down in front of the foot, and then we'll take the right foot all the way out to the side, coming down into a lizard. So opening through the hips. You can either be up on the hands or down on the forearms, maybe swaying ever so gently, carefully into that leg. Option of just opening the body out to the right side, pressing on that right knee. And then placing the hands back down. And then shifting the body forward. So we're going to come up and attempting to find Kundalini, so Ekapada Kundalini. If you have this in your practice, come into it now. If not, just see if you can try and wiggle those elbows underneath the body, and see how far you get. Breathing here, and then when you're ready, hopping it all the way back either to chaturanga and then do an upward facing dog or high cobra, and then we'll exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, step or jump the feet to the hands, lift the chest, create space. Exhale, folding down over both legs. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky, and then exhale down through heart center. Taking that hinge in the hips and the bend in the knees, drawing in through the lower tummy, keep the chest lifted. And then when we're ready, holding here, inhaling, exhaling, and then we'll take the right elbow over the left knee this time, opening the heart to the side. Breathing here. And then option of taking that right leg all the way back to the lunge. So we're in our revolved side angle pose. If you take the bind in this posture, by all means, take the bind now. Stay with the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath here. And slowly release, coming back to that high lunge now. Option of coming off the heel of the front foot. Stay really strong and lifted. Beautiful. And release the hands down. Just heel toe the left foot out to the side of the mat. Option of staying up on the hands or coming down to the forearms for lizard. Swaying gently side to side, super soft, just working into the hips, the groin. And then the option of placing the left hand on the left knee as we open the chest up to the sky. Breathing here. And then releasing, placing those hands down, step the back toes under, lift up, and then we're going to find that Ekapada Kundalini on the second side. If you do not have this in your practice, just figuring out where to get the arms is a great drill to do. Holding here for those of us that are up. And when you're ready, placing those feet back down, stepping it all the way back, either finding upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So the options here, either come down to child's pose and relax if it's all getting a little bit too much, or take 5 kicks up to handstand. They can be small, they can be teeny tiny, they could just be very simple kicks, or you could hold a handstand for 5 breaths, or hold downward facing dog and really work on that shoulder elevation. Last breath, taking 5 on each side with each leg kicking up. If you are taking that variation, if you're holding handstand, see if you can come to hold it on the other side too. If you're holding downward facing dog, just waiting for the rest of us to join you there. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Let's all finish up now. Meeting back in our downward facing dog, and then when you're ready, we will step or jump the feet to the hands and we'll come down to a forward fold. So either you could hang down in ragdoll here, or you could take the 2 peace fingers around the big toes and then elbows draw out to the side. You could take a bend in the knees and you just draw the chest all the way down to the legs. Keeping a nice deep bend in the knees is a really great practice to have because it allows us to stay long and strong in the spine rather than rounding. On an inhale, lift the chest up, place the hands down, coming to find Bakasana, crow pose now. Again, either option of having the knees up towards the armpits if you can get them there for more of a crane, or you could take the knees to the backs of the elbows. If you do not have this in your practice, just play around with the hand positioning and maybe taking 1 foot off at a time. Breathing here. Beautiful. Hold it, hold it. And then when you're ready, try and shoot the legs back and come down through your vinyasa, and we'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Nice. Ladies and gents, you are doing so well. On an inhale, step or jump the feet through to a seated position and take the legs out in front of you, but open them up into a small straddle. So we're going to be doing, anyone that does rocket yoga might recognize the term a Mula Bandha checkup. You're going to place the hands either side of the right leg, and you're going to see if you can lift the bottom and the feet off the mat. If you can't lift the feet and only the bottom, that's awesome. Hold it here. So holding either bottom and feet, and then you can take a little break. Maybe have a little tap through the thigh if it got a bit tight, and then we'll take it one more time. Inhale, lift the bottom and the feet, or just the bottom of the mat. Amazing. And release. Okay, bringing the left leg out in front of you, and you're going to see if you can backpack, it's called. We backpack the right leg, and we're going to try and find our 8 angle, or our crazy 8 posture. So we lift up, bottom comes off, we hook the feet, and then the feet come out to the right side as we lower down through the shoulders. Again, if you do not have this in your practice, just stay with that Mula Bandha checkup. Keep working through that. And releasing. Everybody shake the legs out. Really, really well done. This time taking the left leg out to our small straddle. Place the hands either side of the left leg, and we'll come to find all of this on the second side. So place the hands down. Option of just lifting the bottom, or see if you can lift the feet off of the mat as well. Hold it if you can. If not, just release down and then take it again. Beautiful. If it's just the bottom like I'm doing here, that's great. I usually work between both of them because I can't hold the feet off for that long. When you're ready, place the right leg out in front, backpack the left leg. Place the hands down either side of the right leg. See if you can lift both bottom and legs off the mat, and then we hook the feet, we draw the legs out to the left side, and we lower the shoulders. Beautiful. If you haven't got this, that's absolutely fine. And release all the way down to the mat. Amazing. Hug the knees into the chest. You are nearly done. Breathing here. If you lost that connection to the breath, just coming back to find it. Let's just swing the legs around, coming onto all fours. Taking a little bit of wrist therapy here. So rocking backwards and forwards. Maybe placing the hands down on the back. Just feeling them out, seeing what feels good. And then when you're ready, placing the hands down, we'll come back to a high plank. And then from our high plank, we'll lower down and we'll come down through a vinyasa, meeting back in a downward facing dog. And when you're ready, either step or jump the feet through to a seated position. Take the legs out long in front of you, Paschimottanasana. Take a nice long seated forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high up to the sky, and then exhale, hands reach forward. Option of sitting up on a block or bending through the knees or using a strap. A strap is a really nice thing to use here because it allows us to keep the chest nice and lifted. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe taking one last inhale and lift the chest slightly, and then exhale, deepen the stretch. On our next inhale, lift the chest all the way up, bend in the knees, coming to find Navasana boat pose. So finding that balance, option of bending the knees or straightening the legs, possibly taking the arms up by the ears, whatever feels right for you, and holding here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then releasing the feet all the way down to the mat. Take the soles of the feet together, drop the knees out to the side, Baddha Konasana. So in this variation, we're working on keeping a long spine. We hinge at the hips. You could always use the elbows as a self-adjust on your knees. So helping press the knees out to the side, drawing the body forwards. Again, closing off the eyes. Really breathing into the stretch. On an inhale, start to lift the body tall. Draw the knees back together. Take the feet down to the mat. Keep the knees bent in. Arms go out long, and then we slowly work our way all the way down to the mat. Super slow. So we're working on the core here as we lower ourselves down. I'm not down yet, so you shouldn't be either. Those of you that have been to my classes, you know that we play this game quite a lot. Slowly then releasing down, amazing. Just window wipe those legs either side, loosen out through the side body. And then let's come to find a happy baby. Taking hold of the outsides of the feet, we draw the knees down to the side of the body. Breathing here. Resting and relaxing into the posture now as we feel the breath flow around the body. And then slowly releasing and bringing yourselves into your shavasana. So that could be with the legs out long in front of you. It could be with the knees up and then closing together. Close off the eyes, palms of the hands facing upwards. Making sure you do stay here. Such an important posture within yoga and one that we tend to run away from. Thank you all so much for joining me and flowing with me today, maybe getting a little bit of a sweat on. Hopefully you loved it. Please do leave a comment below and let me know when you're ready, and only when you're ready, coming out of your shavasana. Make sure you subscribe and I will see you next week. Much love and have a great day. Namaste.